Okay, this is part 2 of the Pioneer CDJ 400. Simon here. Part 1 we covered the left hand side of the machine. This is part 2, we're going to cover the right hand side of the machine. You notice starting in the top right we've got what's called the jog mode. At the moment vinyl is selected. I know that because vinyl is lit up in blue, and this just replicates an old vinyl turntable when we used to play vinyl. For those of you who aren't sure what vinyl is that is an old piece of vinyl, and we used to stick it on top of the record player and it used to spin round. We used to put the needle on the record and the drum beat goes like this. So just imagine that is spinning. That's a spinning piece of vinyl there. When I put my finger on it, it stops. I can also slow it down by using the side of the platter or speed it up. That's what we used to be able to do with vinyl. We could also search through the record with our headphones on by moving it forward and moving it backwards. Vinyl mode. If I press vinyl so it disappears, we're now in digital mode. Notice the difference when I put my hand on the platter. Nothing happens. I can still speed it up or slow it down by moving the platter, but you can see the total difference between this mode and vinyl mode. Also, when we're queuing up for a cue point, it's different as well, because we get what's called a digital stutter. So if I want to cue it up on the drum beat, just that drum beat is just about to come in. Press my cue button. I should be down, fingers crossed, cued in on that drum beat. There we go. Lovely. So that's digital mode. Just below the jog mode button you have the tempo button. This works in conjunction with the tempo slider here. Now, because we're playing a CD, we can choose between +6, +10, +16 and wide. I'll explain what these mean in a second. To change the +6, +10, +16 and wide, we simply press the button, and up here in your display box is a little red box, and at the moment it's saying +10, saying +16, saying wide, and then back to +6, which is the default setting. Now this represents beats per minute. At the moment this track is 128 beats per minute. I know that because in a little rectangular box in my display screen it says 128. Now a lot of people are under the common misconception that the +10, +6, +10, +16 is simply +6 beats per minute, +10 beats per minute, +16 beats per minute. It's not. If I move this all the way to the bottom, it's gone to 136. Okay, which is 8 beats per minute faster than the 128. It is simply 6% of 128. That's what the +6 means. +10 is 10% of the 128. 16, 16% of the 128 beats per minute. And wide is 100%. If I put it onto wide, you'll see it goes, obviously 100% of anything decreased means dead stop. Now we can slowly bring this in. To its natural state, and then 100% faster. That's where you get your chipmunks, which can be really annoying, Mr. Akon. cool feature just below the tempo button is the master tempo. If I press this, I know I've got the master tempo on, one because it's lit up, and two because it says MT right at the top right hand corner of the CDJ. Now when I moved it without the master tempo, you can hear the track slowed down, but the key of the track also changed as well. Back to normal, speed up, but the key of the track changes. If we want the key of the track to remain the same, we press master tempo. This is great for fine tuning mixers. I can now slow the track down to 120 BPM, up to 136 BPM, so that's 16 BPM difference there, and the key of the track remained the same. Okay, that is the right hand side of the CDJ 400.